What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we are playing SelesnyKnights or SelesnyKnights. And the main thing here is now that Oko is gone, I feel like green-white got a little bit better here. At least it's not as not good as Oko. That's the biggest thing here. Going wide is still just really fun, and going wide in ways that you can actually gain life, really powerful with all the other aggro decks out there. And so March of Multitude is really powerful here, especially if we get things like Shiny Discordant and Circle of Loyalty, which are two of the best ways to just pump all creatures that we control, which is, of course, really good with March of Multitude. So if we're wanting to play Knights, wanting to go wide, and we're wanting to put counters and just make everything big, then then Selesny is just the way to go with this. And so I'm trying to, I pushed a little bit heavy to fit extra Knights in here to just have a little bit more fun with this. But so main idea here, get Worthy Knight out, start creating tokens with all of our cheap or just good value Knights here. Knight of Autumn, amazing. There are actually a lot of artifacts, enchantments that are great to be killing with this. Conclave Cavalier has always been a great card. It's just a little bit difficult to get the mana base with it. And it still is going to be, that's why there's only 2 copies instead of like 4 in this. Oakham Ranger, I'm actually interested to try out. We should be able to play this as soon as we get the 4 mana, no matter what, because we have no non-colored lands, except like Fatal Passage, which still will work. So it can create 2 humans on 1 turn and then come down, be able to pump all of our stuff as well. So a lot of great things we can do with this, especially if we hit like a big March of the Multitudes. And so that's really what we're trying to do. Go wide, pump all of our stuff with Circle of Loyalties, Shiny Discordants, Venerated Loxodons, get March of Multitudes out, and just win games and have fun doing it. And so that's kind of the dream. So let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Kinopsis, up against this guy. And ew, it's not very good. It's a keepable hand. Knight of Autumn's not bad. If we're on the play, it would have been better. This is a lot better. All right, keep this. I want to hold on to Fabled Passage. I think I do. It's our only source of green mana at the moment. But then what do I go down? I guess Conclave Tribunal past the turn. Not past the turn. Anyway. Fabled Passage, we go turn 1 and get the forest. We don't find something else here to play. Yeah, pass the turn. Conclave Tribunal may have been better to play keep. Because I only had 1 creature, I felt like there wasn't as much chance for us to get as much value from it. Alright, up against Bant something or other. Grab a forest. Double Worthy Knight is really good. That's a worthy play. Although Conclave Tribunal can hit more things. That is the issue. Is I forgot Prison Realm doesn't hit like Wilderness Reclamation or something like that. So if they do have something like that, which this may be Wilderness Reclamation deck, probably have board wipes. Well, we got that back at least. All right, Worthy Knight, number 2, create a token, swing on in. See if they have a board wipe next turn. Wilderness Reclamation. I may just want to go for like the March of the Multitudes here. Let's play Conclave Tribunal. Tapping everything else down. Try to get rid of this Wilderness Reclamation while we can. Maybe I should have swung in first to try to draw out other stuff. Nice. It is nice. Hopefully you don't have removal for that. Swing in for 5. Down to 16. Pass the turn. Has another one. I mean, having multiple is bad for us. Oakham Ranger is actually really powerful here. Let's go ahead and swing in. I've not really seen Wilderness Reclamation decks recently, so I'm not really sure what will happen here. All right, we get to create a really wide board here, and we have the ability to pump everything up. So we actually present lethal, I think, with this play. Pass the turn. Nice. I think he said nice just about every turn. Yeah, there we go. So he does have the time wipe. Boo hiss. That's one reason to go for March of Multitudes or something instead. Pass the turn. March of Multitudes for 1 doesn't seem so grand. If we had hit land, we could at least play like Castle Ardenvale, but we really have like nothing at this point. And let's see. So he finds red mana. So is this just expansion explosion? Draw a bunch of cards. What is this madness? I mean, if they're playing Mountain, that's what I'm assuming it is. They're probably also playing like Bone Crusher Giant, or not Bone Crusher, the big giant. This could be like Knights, or sorry, Giants plus Wilderness Reclamation. That actually probably isn't a bad way to go. It'd be pretty fun. All right, X10. Yop, yop, yop. Really good chance of having another expansion explosion. Do they not have to discard? Doing this for 1 seems really bad. I mean, it's our only play at the moment, and at least makes our other March of Multitudes a little bit better. Like, I'm kind of just going out of desperation here. Yeah. My opponent has to discard a bunch of stuff. Knight of Autumn isn't terrible. Like, we actually are pretty well equipped to beat this deck. Down to 10. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let's see. They can probably just play another Wilderness Reclamation here. Untap, and they won't be able to kill us with an expansion. Leyline of Anticipation seems good for this deck. Oh, that's also pretty good. I am not going to bouncing Knight of Autumn's not great. Yeah, bounces Conclave Tribunal though. Didn't seem to have a play. Man, I'd love to find a land one of these days. Alright, let's see if this will kill Teferi. Swing it face. I think we're just going to play Conclave Tribunal to hit Wilderness Reclamation again. They have their entire deck now as instant speed with this. Only time. Get rid of Teferi. Conclave Tribunal probably has a counter. Does not. Well, we are going to hit Wilderness Reclamation if we can here. Plays another one. Still, I'm glad to get rid of one. Because having multiple, especially with Leyline of Abundance, is really bad for us. Let's see if we are just dead. I don't know yet. This could be a Hydrate Crisis now. Now that they have the Leyline. Which, Hydrate Crisis also just kills us. I think they just untap and swing. Okay, yeah. So X12. Yep, good game. Alright, that was sweet though. That was a cool deck to run into. And I did misplay, I guess, shipping the Conclave Tribunal at the beginning, but we found enough others that I don't feel it was that bad. Oh well, here we go again. All right, up against Marchoko. Bring it on, Marchoko. And yeah, we're gonna keep this. It's not bad. I like our color situation here at the moment, at least. Ardenvale Tactician also not terrible. That's annoying though. Conclave Cavaliers are awesome if we get to it. We can kill a Witch's Oven, which is really good. So I was expecting to run into a lot more like aggro. I've played a couple games. I might be putting them in different order just because of the way they played out. I have nothing else to play. I don't really intend to use this later on as much. Is it worth getting in for 2 points of damage? I guess not really. Pass the turn. We can play it next turn and like tap down 2 things to be able to swing in as well. Gilded Goose. I could save that for their upkeep so they can't actually use the Gilded Goose as well. I really want to save this Knight of Autumn for any Witch's Ovens that come out. And so I am probably going to be using the Tactician instead. Tactician is also not bad. Okay, swing on in there. Down to 19, yeah. With the food tokens, they have, man, quite a bit of card draw. Like, Trail of Crumbs is a great card. Wicked Wolf comes out, kills the Tactician, I'm assuming. Yeah, Wicked Wolf with a bunch of food tokens is bad. And Trail of Crumbs. Okay, down to 16. I mean, we can go wide, so we're not out of the game, though, with that. Okay, Conclave Cavalier. This is another one, too, where like we can force them to actually use the food tokens past the turn, but then we create a big enough board that it just kind of hurts them. And then we can bring on Venerated Loxodon, something like that, next turn. So this could be good for us. All right, what have you got? Other things we can do here as well, like we could Knight of Autumn to kill the food tokens to make them tap down, like at least bait them into tapping down at some point. I am going to kill the Witch's Oven now, though, for sure. So whenever you sacrifice a food. Oh man, we're really close to being able to Venerate Loxodon as well. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and play Knight of Autumn now. Hit the Witch's Oven. They'll probably sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar now. They don't sack at all. Very interesting. Play Venerable Knight. I'm going to swing in with this Cavalier. And then we can Venerate Loxodon once it dies to the Wicked Wolf. Because it'll create 2 more tokens. We get to put counters onto everything here. And yeah, so I think this is good. If we hit land into Trostani for the next turn, we just have so much power and damage available on board. Yeah, I'll be happy about that. All right, yeah, that felt like a pretty good turn. The Trail of Crumbs is still annoying. We'd like to find more Knight of Autumns if we can. But having a lot of 3 power creatures going wide here is definitely helpful. And if we can find the land for Trostani, it'll just be so much the better. Prison Realm, also pretty good. We'll just do that. Hit the Wicked Wolf, swing in for a bunch. Not a ton they can do about this. Hopefully they don't have like an Assassin's Trophy or anything. We do want to keep land on top. Swing on in. Yeah, these guys are so good. The Conclave Cavalier fits so well into this deck. I do think 2 copies is right. We've been able to hit it consistently so far, but I know that's not always going to be the case, especially with the dual mana base right now being terrible. down to 4, pass the turn, keeps the Gilded Goose alive. They can gain life up to 7. Next turn they can gain 6 more. But that would take up all the resources, and Tristani Discordant would help us come back here. Leader draw 2 cards from the top 6 here. Pretty good stuff. Murderous Rider, good. They do lose a lot of life from that, though. Wicked Wolf, really good for them. At the same time, though, they have to tap it down in order to kill anything. Massacre Girl, did not expect that. All right, that's bad. So actually, it's a little bit interesting. So the way that this will work out, we get these counters now onto stuff. Oh, it's only on knights that I control. I was thinking, it's like, I was wondering if Venerary Lockstone would be able to come out of it, but there was too many things that died. Massacre Girl, man, I've not been got by that for a long time now. But I got. All right, I don't want Tristani to die to this Wicked Wolf, so we're gonna play this out. It'll die to Wicked Wolf. Then we play Tristani, it'll probably die to Murderous Rider. Okay, plays Gilded Goose. Do they have land? They have the instant speed Murderous Rider. Conclave Tribunal. I'm actually not sure, in case they're playing like Assassin's Trophy, I'm not sure I want to run that out just yet. I can play Tristani Discordant, get this guy big enough to go past. Most likely it's going to die, though, to this Murderous Rider. Get the 1/1s, though. And this also opens up Conclave Tribunal still as well. Alright, brings back the Cauldron Familiar. Oh man, these Trail of Crumbs have been doing a lot of work for them. I'm just gonna hope they don't have Assassin's Trophy. Just take care of the Massacre Girl while we can. I mean, I'd like to hit the Trail of Crumbs, but with 2 of them out now, the value that they're getting from it is kind of hard to negate. Especially because we're not in blue. Alright, debating if they want to bring back a Cauldron Familiar. And they do. And they get to dig for another card. So good. Oh, I guess they look at the top 2 cards. I was thinking they look at the top 3. Still so good. Trail of Crumbs, if you're playing a deck that utilizes it well, and I think like 2 copies you can fit pretty easily into a lot of these decks. Another Massacre Girl. Are you serious? Alright, the nice thing is that we will be able to keep the Cavalier, I believe. Wait, why did that come out first? That was really weird how that worked out. We know they have tons of removal. I'm debating on just playing a 1/1 here. Just pass the turn. And their engine now is just really difficult. I mean, the only thing we can hope for is that they just don't have any food creation engine. I mean, now that they don't have Oko, but now they have Garruk, and that is gonna be game. Yeah, that's... I don't see how we can come back from there. Yeah. All right, up against Go Good. Bring it on, Go Good. Or Go Good? Go Good? All right, sorry. We gotta mulligan this. This is much better. Keeping this, let's drop... I'm pretty confident we can get Conclave Cavalier now. So let's drop the Oakham Ranger. I've actually been pretty impressed with it though, so I'm... we think we do drop it. Yeah, Oakham Ranger actually been pretty powerful for us with this deck so far. Let's see. We just run into a lot of decks that are just really like going off, and like we'll get them down. Like last game we got them down to 5, and things just didn't end up working. We're just having a hard time closing out games at the moment. Well, we have 5 lands. Let's go ahead and pay for this knight here. Pass the turn. It is so nice knowing there's no Oko to run into here. So nice. What have you got? Most knight decks, you don't see the green in here, so... Alright, ramping. Another Wilderness Reclamation deck. Which, I mean, we actually have a pretty good hand for that. Down to 18 past the turn. We just have to hope they don't have any counter spells, really, with it. Doesn't play it untapped, so no Wilderness Reclamation this turn. Do I want to play a Knight of Autumn? Just to create pressure? Like, how confident am I that this is a Wilderness Reclamation deck? The only evidence I have is that it's in the Teamer colors and they play Gross Spiral, so they're trying to ramp. So I'm pretty confident that it is. At the same time, we're creating 6 power. That finishes the game in 3 turns if they don't have answers for our board state. And we have a backup to at least deal with 1, and it already seems like they don't have at least a Wilderness Reclamation in hand. Ionize. Okay, so they do have the Ionize. Pass the turn. The upside would have been that we could have had like Circle of Loyalty. There's a lot of things that could have come out of that. Let's go ahead and swing in with the Venerable Knight. Opponent opts. Still holding up Ionized mana. Keeps it on top. I'm gonna play this into a counter. I'm actually hoping that they don't have a counter then for the Knight of Autumn if they do play Wilderness Reclamation on the next turn. I mean, it'd be great to let this actually just resolve, but we know better. Bone Crusher Giant. All right, that's fair. I'm glad we swung in first and we got a little bit more damage out of it. Magic Mirror on the wall. Trostani Discordant also pretty good here. But we can just kill this, right? Alright, swing on in there. Down to 10. Play tap, pass the turn. We also just have Castle Ardenvale to play here. Everything that we have creates tokens or is a generator, so this is pretty good. Plays a Bone Crusher Giant. Ooh, Worthy Knight. We can Worthy Knight and play Circle of Loyalty. Oh, don't have a counter. Maybe they had a Quench. Kills the Worthy Knight. Swing in. Do I want to offer up the Knight of Autumn here as a trade-off? I guess not. Go ahead and just swing with the Cavalier. Okay, pass the turn. We're in pretty good shape now. I don't see in the colors that they're in, unless they have like mass manipulation, we're in pretty good shape. All right, how many creatures do we create here? This has vigilance. We can also just create knights here. It may be better not to play the discordant yet, especially if we feel like they're just going to block again here. This also creates a knight by playing the discordant. Let's pass the turn. If they have some way to remove this, I mean, we're fairly safe at the moment. Escape into the wilds. Don't have... Oh, now they bring in Ionize. They have the land. It's not an untapped land, though, so they don't get to use the Ionize. They have the Flame Sweep, but don't have the mana to do it. Do they have another land in hand? Growth Spiral. Let's... Alright. March of Multitudes for 4. And good game, sir. There we go. Whoo! Oh, that felt good. They got a lot of really good cards. They just didn't have enough mana to actually use them yet. And so that felt really good. All right, we are going to mulligan this. We had some good removal, but that was about all that we had. This is better. Ooh, I'd like to have green mana. Oh, this is a little bit tough. Let's go ahead and drop one Knight of Autumn. Every time I've had Knight of Autumn, though, it's been great for us. I'll drop the Conclave Tribunal. I mean, because some of the biggest things we want to get rid of are enchantments and artifacts. Conclave Tribunal can hit the Planeswalkers, but we have more in their deck to try to find that. This also just gives us, turn 2 if we need to. If we don't have anything else, we can play it for green mana. Double Knight of Autumn is pretty nice. All right, what you got there, Fender? Blaze of Forest. They're taking their sweet old time over here. Love Shook Beast. Righto. Right on there. So Lucky Clover is something that we want to be able to kill. Hitting another white source wasn't necessarily what we were hoping for there. All right, plays Temple Garden and Edgewall Innkeeper. They got the engine on, which is really annoying. All right, play Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. I plays Temple Garden, Giant Killer. Yep. Getting these guys out in the battlefield is bad for us because we do have some big creatures, but we're going to go wide enough that it actually ends up being pretty bad for them. The issue is that they have gone wide really quick here. Ooh, and a Venerated Loxodon. Alright, let's go ahead and crack this. So this must mean they have like a flock of some sort, the Shepherd's Flock. I have a hard time being patient when people are playing incredibly slow on stuff that there's obviously no real interaction for. All right, play Knight of Autumn, just with counters, be able to block something. I mean, it may be better just to gain life because we know we can't do much with these giant killers, but at least it's a blocker that kills more stuff now. No attacks, pass the turn. Like, it's probably best for them just to tap down, swing out, It looks like they're going to swing all in. They didn't do that beforehand. So they're not even attacking in. Sweet. This Flaxen Intruder is annoying with Circle of Loyalty. Alright, play another Knight of Autumn. No attacks past the turn. So next turn, we can... I'm not really sure we can Venerate Loxodon with holding up back our guard too much here. It may be better just to get out Circle of Loyalty and just start creating stuff over and over again. March of the Multitudes, X7. Yeesh. We're kind of playing up against a mirror match here, and Edgewall Innkeeper does add some value just to card draw side of things. We also don't have as many just like 1 and 2 drops as they do, or 1 drops. And it's been working out for them. I mean, the Edgewall Innkeeper, if they find Edgewall Innkeeper, this is a great deck. And I wanted to try out the Knight version of it as well, where you can just grow other ways rather than just Venerated Loxodon. Bloodstruck Beast draws cards. And I mean, it makes sense for them to swing all in here. Yep. I was hoping they didn't bring back the Innkeeper. Alright, we do want to get rid of the Flaxen Intruder, we want to get rid of Venerated Loxodon, and we want to get rid of this guy. We take the 7. We're losing a lot of Knights for Circle of Loyalty and Venerated Loxodon. I think that we're just done for. I really don't know how we come back here. The life gain is insane. Venerable Knight. We can't really play the Loxodon until we know we can block with it. Like we have enough blockers that it works. I mean, I can play it straight out, but I don't want to be tapping down other blockers while we're at it. So Circle of Loyalty here. Just grow our Knights. We get to kill more stuff with Venerable Knight now. I think that we can survive 1 more turn. So I'm hoping that they get greedy or something, like bring out another Venerated Loxodon or something. Let us get a chance to kind of rebuild here. Fairy Guide Mother, yeah, that's game. Alright, good game. I forgot that they can just tap down as well. Alright, so there you guys have it with SelesnyKnights, and not the best deck I've seen. We did lose against another Selesnya deck. There's a lot of good elements here. I feel like that the biggest issue right now really is just how few 1 and 2 drops that we have. We have some, but the curve definitely isn't enough. And I mean, the Conclave Tribunal can be considered maybe a 2-drop if you have lots of 1 and 2 drops, but we don't. And that's part of the issue with going Knights, is that you just don't have enough 1 drops, enough 2 drops in that slot without going into red as well, which I did try doing initially, but I was going a little bit crazy with it. I actually have done other videos on stuff like that as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.